Hello everyone, and well,
Danny, unplug me. Yep. Thank you.
test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to the TORHS 2Hot4Ice National Championships on St. Louis Sports Production Live. Chris Treft here for the Squirt AAA final between the Tour Roadrunners and the Alkali Blast from St. Louis. And we are underway with the Roadrunners winning the opening face-off. That one's bumped up off the wall for Cairns. Cairns, a long shot. The rebound's loose in the crease, and that one's pushed aside as Chase Christopher makes his first save of the game for the Blast. From right to left goes Team Alkali. And trying to put it between the legs of the defender was Mason Christopher. That one hits off a skate and pops back to the possession of the Tour Roadrunners out of Long Island, New York. This one's brought up ahead with speed by Aiden Ringer. Ringer, a long shot, easy can of corn save for Chase Christopher as he corrals that one into the glove and stops the clock for the first time in this game with 11:23 left in the first period. And the face-off will be to his blocker side right. Chase Christopher, the starting goalie here for the St. Louis Alkali Blast. Face-off, left circle, and it's controlled by the Blast. Bumped up the wall by Leofeld. Leofeld, a lot of speed. As he gets around a couple of forecheckers, he'll work on the defense now. Plays it out through the crease, and nobody home for the Blast as it pops back out to neutral court. Or to be controlled by McCowan. McCowan goes back for Leofeld. Leofeld over to the near side for Weber. Weber to the back door, and that one hits off a skate and goes wide. First good opportunity of this game goes to the Blast, but they could not converge. Roadrunners regain control. This one's played over to the near side. Man behind the defense. It's played up ahead. Shot, score, Roadrunners! Ben Stewart gets in behind the defense, walks in all alone with the goaltender, and beats Christopher to give the Roadrunners a 1-0 lead. And what an amazing story Ben Stewart is. He only has half of one of his arms. And he just cups it between the nub of the arm that is missing. And it's just an amazing story that he just still plays the game he loves, and he does it greatly. He is an excellent young player, only a squirt. And the kid could probably play in the Bantam division right now, and he's doing it with just one arm. It's just an amazing story, and you saw it there. Beautiful shot to give his Roadrunners team a 1-0 advantage here early. Nice between the legs move by Cairns as he walks in and fires one off the left pad of Chase Christopher. Back up the walls, the Blast. Look for a response. Robinson fires it a long pass up ahead. Bratton behind the defense to the forehand. Score, Blast! And just like that, St. Louis comes right back to tie the game with 10:05 left in the first period. Nice stretch pass to Spring Bratton, and a beautiful goal to tie this game up. Back to center we go. Frankie Jirak wins it to himself. He'll fire a shot from the base of the far circle. That one misses. It caroms over the near side. It's controlled by Leclerc. Leclerc goes down to the goal line for Jirak. He heads to the front of the net. Jirak gets it back to him, and a right pad save by Christopher. I don't know how that pass made it through. A beautiful feed from Jirak, but an even better save from Chase Christopher. In transition now. Bratton couldn't get around Jirak, and Jirak still has control. Just backhand one back into his own end now. As retreating to pick this one up is Triosi for the Roadrunners. Nice cut move behind his own net. 9:20 now left in the first period, and the puck is bumped up to Jirak. Jirak crosses the red line with speed. He's going to move in 1-on-2 to the backhand. Shot, score, Roadrunners! Jirak, power move to the outside with the backhand, back to the forehand, and puts it above the pad below the blocker of Chase Christopher. And it looks like we might have a goal fest here in this one. Almost 3 minutes into it, and we already have 3 goals. We know both these teams are great offensively. And they're proving us right so far. The Blast bump it forward on the draw, looking for another response swiftly, just like they did after the first Roadrunner goal. McCowan at the center point. He goes over to the far side, goes back through the crease, and that one ends up in the near corner, and the Blast regain possession. Liefeld has that puck bounce over his stick. He'll go back into his own end to get it. Tries the draw pass, but it's intercepted. And bringing in is Cairns. Cairns got Stewart with him. They go back and forth. Oh, a shot put just wide by Cairns on the return feed from Stewart. Now the Blast, 3-on-2 the other way. A shot from distance put on by Colleton. And that one is sticked aside by Matt O'Donnell, the starting goaltender for the Tour Roadrunners. Blast try to play this one out front. That one hits off the back of the net. This Colleton couldn't quite get it out front. Long pass up ahead for Stewart. So he controls now. Could not get around Liefeld, who was in perfect defensive position. But Cairns comes in, picks up the puck, cuts to the middle, and fires a shot wide of the goal. That one's played back up for Stewart on the near side. Stewart sees it skitter away from him. And the loose puck is picked up by Bratton for the Blast. Uh-oh, Stewart will take it away on the forecheck. But getting it right back is Liefeld. Will bring into the zone for St. Louis. Go to the back door, wide open there. Momentarily was Mason Christopher, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Now the Roadrunners control again. Long pass up ahead for Stewart. He's in behind the defense again, but this time the Blast get back in time to break that play up. Controlled by Cairns. Cairns over for Stewart, near side. Goal line, he scores! Oh my goodness, what a shot! Not only was he at a nearly impossible angle on the goal line, but he was down on his knees, and he fires it over the shoulder of Chase Christopher. And by the way, not to mention, that's Stewart. He did that all with just one arm, as we mentioned earlier. Unbelievable. This kid is just so fun to watch. I've had the privilege of seeing him in a few different tournaments. But the Blast come back. Oh, that one's put off the side of the net by Bratton. And another shot put on by Bratton, and another save from O'Donnell. But back to my point is, this kid is just so entertaining to watch, and I think he really has a bright future in the game of hockey. Even with all he's been through, all he has to overcome, he is just an absolute pleasure to view as the Blast. We'll send this one back to the point. Whiffing on that shot was Rammer. But the Blast regained possession behind their own goal. Sent back out to the point. Long shot and a waffle board save by O'Donnell. Diagonal pass out to the right point. It's Robinson. Robinson will backhand this one down to the corner. Going to be controlled by Bratton. Bratton tries to walk out front. He's got LeClaire all over him, but he still gets a shot away nonetheless. And now Mason Christopher picks up the rebound and fires it on goal, and it's blocked aside. Jirac has it for the Roadrunners. He'll speed down the far wall. Cut to the backhand in front, and a save made by Chase Christopher. Frankie Jirac, the kid who's going to be a great hockey player as he gets older. He plays in multiple age groups, and he's able to because he's got an immense talent at such a young age. Quick in transition here is Cody Weber. He gets his pocket picked, and Jirac heads back the other way. He overskates, and LeClaire picks up the loose puck. LeClaire tries to cut into the slot. That one's stymied by the defense of the Blast, and Jirac regains possession. He'll send it back to the point, and then it's rifled all the way back deep into the zone of the Roadrunners. It's controlled by Ringer now. Ringer back to the near side. This one's played up in the zone for Cairns. Cairns score! Just a quick release out of nowhere, and it goes off the post and in. A beautiful shot. And they now have a 3-goal lead to the Roadrunners, who are the lower seed in this game. And Stewart couldn't win that draw as the Blast, that they've done all game, push it forward and try to start the offense right off the draw. This one squibbed back towards the point, takes a deflection, comes right back to Bratton. Bratton fires it over for Mason Christopher, and he sends it through the crease. Now Bratton has it again. Sent back to the point for Robinson. Robinson, spinorama. He'll go D to D over for McCowan on the left point. McCowan from the near circle slides one along the floor that's stopped via the left leg of O'Donnell. Now Stewart controls and brings it through neutral court. He'll try to sauce one down into the corner. And Cairns, his teammate for the Roadrunners, will get to it first. Comes back up to the hash marks, far side for Stewart. He couldn't control. And now once again, it's Mason Christopher. Christopher for Bratton. Bratton's shot is blocked unintentionally by Robinson out in front. He gets control of the puck. Goes back to Christopher in the slot. Shot! And a breadbasket save there by O'Donnell. He'll cover it up and stop play with 4:09 left in the first period. And the face-off will be to the left of O'Donnell. And Weber loses that draw for the Blast. And that gives possession to the Roadrunners. That one's sent over to the far side wall. And it's Jirac who controls. Jirac, toe drag out at center. He's watched by Weber, but he turns him inside out and flies down the far wing. He still has it. Goes around the back of the net, plays it out front, but that's sticked back to behind the goal by Chase Christopher. He's been victimized for 4 goals in this game, but none of which have been bad quality. The Roadrunners have just been able to finish here today so far and finish beautifully. And the Blast look to do the same. That one's played into the slot, but Colton couldn't pull the trigger. Now it comes back out to neutral court. Jirac pokes it past the defender and wires a shot wide of the goal. Karam's off the end glass all the way out to the right point for the carry-on by the Roadrunners, number 96, Triosi. Triosi sends it back for Ringer. Ringer's going to forechecker all over him, so he'll play to the far side for Triosi. Triosi right back to Ringer. Ringer diagonal pass up ahead for Jirac. That one misses. Goes up on end and it'll roll its way down to the goal line of the Blast zone. Hard forecheck put on by LeClaire. This puck's pinned up against the back of the net now. And LeClaire comes away with it, tries to wrap around, but he sends it parallel to the goal line and ends up in the near corner. Back out in neutral court, controlled by Colton. Colton cuts to the outside. On the hash marks now, fires a shot in on the Roadrunner netminder O'Donnell, and he'll make the save with 2:33 left in the first. And the face-off will be to his left. .2:33 left in the first period. And a face-off in the right circle. And the end of the Tour Roadrunners. And Roadrunners win the draw. They look to move up the rink, but Cairns sends it back into his own zone. Roadrunners still looking to break out, and it's back for Cairns. Cairns plays it up the wall. Now it goes down to Stewart on the goal line. He sends it off the equipment of Chase Christopher as he keeps that puck out of the net. Now it comes back into the Roadrunner half. Now up for Cairns in his own slot. He'll go in behind the goal, fake the drop pass, look up the rink, and then just send it back behind the net again. This one's picked up and brought along by Cairns. Cairns' long pass for Stewart intercepted, and the Blast finally have possession. Nice saucer pass, long up ahead to Bratton. Bratton tries to toe drag. That one is broken up, and the Roadrunners will go from left to right as they move up the court with numbers. Nice back check by the Blast, even things up, and Cairns sends it back to the point again. Minute 15 left in the first period. Comes back over to the near side. Hash marks in his own end for Cairns. But he couldn't get to the puck, and power move out to the front by Christopher is detected and stopped by O'Donnell. Face off, the blocker side right of O'Donnell. And Bratton wins it clean. And the Blast down by 3, looking to get something going here, but it's not working out. Intercepted, 2 men up ahead. Roadrunners nearly have a 2-on-0, but Cairns couldn't quite control it. Goes out into the slot, and that one's chipped towards goal by Ringer, who had the puck caught up in his skates, but it ends up fluttering just wide. Cairns battling along the goal line. Now at the net mouth, tries to send it in front for Stewart. Couldn't quite get there. And now the Blast control. This one sent up ahead. Crossing the imaginary blue line there was Bratton. Throws it to the front, and it's deflected on goal by Robinson for another save by O'Donnell. And with 29.6 seconds left in the first, the faceoff will be to the right of the netminder O'Donnell. Jirac tries to win it for the Roadrunners, and he cannot. And the Blast have it again. That one's just fired out into open area in his own end by McCowan. Nearly cost him, but nice hustle by Leofeld to beat Leclerc to that puck. Comes back to McCowan. McCowan meanders his way in front of the players' benches and sends it up ahead to the backhand. A shot put on. And that one trickles just wide after the fact on an attempt by Cody Weber. And the Roadrunners will just let the clock die out. And after one period of play, the Tour Roadrunners lead the St. Louis Alkali Blast here in the Squirt AAA final, only on STLSportsProductions.com. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second and potentially final period here in the Squirt AAA final. And welcome back to the TORHS 2Hot4Ice National Championships on STLSportsProductions.com. I am Chris Treft as we get set for the second and potentially final period here in the Squirt AAA Championship game. Tour Roadrunners, who will go from right to left in your screen, lead the St. Louis Alkali Blast, who will go from left to right after one period of play. Puck's pinballing around down in the corner, and eventually controlled by Cody Weber for the Blast. He tries to fire it out into the slot. That one's blocked, and Jirac controls. He'll lead the rush for the Roadrunners. Sauces it up ahead for Leclerc. That one gets away from him, and Leclerc will backtrack with a pass back in his own end. As controlling this one is Triosi. Triosi leaves it for Jirac. He picks it up in stride and comes out of the right side of the net, flying down the right wing. He's got a one-on-one here as he enters the zone. He's got Leclerc with him now. Gets it over to him. Shot, score, Roadrunners! Nick Leclerc gets the goal. Beautiful pass from Jirac, who goes coast to coast. And it's now 5-1 Roadrunners. They're all over the Blast here. Jirac is going to try to get a fifth Roadrunner goal, or excuse me, six. They haven't put the fifth one up on the board yet. And he's stymied there. And the Blast will come back the other way. A 3-on-1, now 3-on-2. The nice back check by Leclerc. It's played through the middle, and Rammer couldn't get a stick on it. Comes back to the left point. Now right point, it's Mason Christopher. Christopher, a couple of nice moves, and they'll go back to the point again for Robinson. Robinson down low on a one-time attempt by Weber. Goes off the equipment of O'Donnell and stays out of the back of the net. Diagonal pass out to the left point. Robinson winds, fires! clears, and an easy glove save from O'Donnell, who's well out of his crease to cut down the angle and make that save with 10:20 left in the second period. Face off. The left circle, deep in the Roadrunners zone, and they'll win it in their own end. And it comes to Triosi. Triosi gives it to Ringer. Ringer tries to go up for Stewart. Blocked partially by Robinson, and then Stewart picks up the loose puck over on the far side. Chips it up to the imaginary blue line. They try to exit their own end, and the Roadrunners cannot. Intercepted by Mason Christopher, and it goes down to Bratton. Bratton works the far wall and sends a backhand out to the point for Liefeld. Liefeld finds Robinson. Robinson back over to the far side for Bratton. Bratton tries to play it out in front. That one's intercepted, but Mason Christopher gets to the loose puck and sends it back to the far corner. Controlled once again by Bratton. Tries to wrap around. Intercepted by Cairns. Cairns gets it to Stewart, and Stewart will just send it down the floor, sensing the pressure by the Blast. Finally something going here for St. Louis. Just when I say that, they'll turn it over in their own end, and it'll be controlled by Cairns. Cairns tries to get it back to Stewart, and that one's intercepted, and Colton leads the rush. 3-on-2 now. Over for Robinson in the near circle. Out in the slot, one-timer and a save from O'Donnell. Colton has the try right in the low slot from point-blank range, and O'Donnell makes another good save. I mean, even when the Blast finally find a way to get something going here, which has been hard and difficult against this Roadrunner team so far, O'Donnell has just been there to backstop. This Roadrunner team. That one's thrown off the wall and controlled by Colton. Colton tries to fire it up ahead. That one's intercepted, and Stewart controls. Stewart walks down the left side. Into the slot it goes. And it'll be controlled by Cairns, and Cairns goes back for Triosi, and Triosi brings it back into his own zone. Roadrunners tic-tac-toe passing in their own zone. Karen tries to dangle his way out of his half. That one's blocked, and it comes back to Ringer. Ringer for Cairns again. Now Triosi on his own goal line. He'll send an indirect pass behind the net over to the far side for Ringer. Ringer chips it around Colton and gives it back for Triosi. Triosi right back to Ringer. Ringer, headman pass up for Cairns. He hit him in stride. He'll put on the brakes at the red line. He'll spinorama pass back into his own zone. And it's controlled once again by Triosi. Triosi finds Ringer. He's ridden off the puck. And the Blast finally get the puck here. Let's see what they can do with it. Liefeld goes up for McCowan. McCowan, near side face-off. Dodd, and a wrist shot goes wide. And Stewart will get over to the far side and pick up the loose puck. Flies down the far wing. That one is pushed in behind the goal and controlled by Liefeld now. Liefeld up for Robinson. Robinson up to Colton. Nice dangle into the forehand now, and he sees it roll off his stick and go wide of the goal. Triosi picks up the rebound, banks it off the wall in front of his own bench. That one misses Cairns. Comes over the near side. Jirac in a race with McCowan. And McCowan gets to it first, falls down, but both players skate past the puck, and Liefeld picks up the loose biscuit and gets it up to McCowan. McCowan looks for Colton. It's deflected unintentionally by Aiden Ringer on the back check for the Roadrunners, and that one goes wide. Now the Blast have it again. It's Colton. Colton over to the far side, and now the Roadrunners intercept, and Triosi sends Jirac into the Blast zone. Jirac with a wrist shot high over the goal, and that one goes over to the far side for Bratton. Bratton slides it on for Colton. Colton to the outside. No look pass, which is easily intercepted by Ringer. But the Blast get it right back as Robinson will go and get the loose puck. Robinson goes around the horn and squibs one back to the point, and now walking in, here comes Leclerc on the intercept. He gets on the breakaway and puts it wide of the goal. And now that one is fired around the boards. He's looking to exit the zone. Here's Colton, and he will with a long pass over to the far side for Bratton. Bratton comes in, toe drag shot, left pad save, rebounded. Colton squibs it wide of the goal. And now it's caught up on the side of the net. Get some pushing and shoving here. And some extracurricular activities in front. And Robinson's going to get a slashing penalty. He took a whack at the goaltender O'Donnell. Face-off will go all the way back down into the blast zone, and they're going to take a timeout real quick. 5:29 left in the second period. And a 5-1 advantage for the Roadrunners. Need about a goal a minute here for the Blast. And against a Roadrunner team with excellent defense, it's going to be tough. So we'll have a face-off in the right circle in the attacking zone for the Roadrunners. And off the face-off, it's controlled by the Roadrunners. Ringer banks it off the wall for Cairns. Cairns flings one over the near side for Leclerc. Leclerc fires it back for Ringer. Ringer whiffs on the pass, but getting to it first is Leclerc just in time. He beat Bratton to the loose puck. Cairns elevates one back to the point for Ringer. Ringer has it at the center point, and he turns it over to Bratton. Bratton's thinking offense here on the shorthand. You got two, down by 4 with 4:56 left. But that one is quickly broken up by the Roadrunners, and they'll head back on the offensive. Leclerc got a man with him, gets it over to the near circle, comes back for Leclerc, and that one is pushed out of harm's way by Christopher, but bringing it right back into the prime scoring area was Leclerc, but his shot was blocked. And now Bratton from his left to right. Oh, nice spinorama, toe drag out front. He couldn't pull the trigger, though. Comes back to the point, and Leofeld has a try, and that one is knocked aside. Roadrunners back the other way now. That one sent up ahead. It goes through the skates of Leclerc and controlled by Mason Christopher for St. Louis. He chips it around a couple of forecheckers, but it slides away from him, where it'll be controlled by Ringer, but intercepted away from him by Mason Christopher, who brings it back into the zone. Back to full strength to go the Blast. Christopher still has it, tries to walk out front. He's upended. The puck's just laying under the equipment of O'Donnell, and he will get a whistle with 3:45 left in the second. A 5-1 lead for the Roadrunners. Thank you for watching this and all the games that you have viewed into here on STLSportsProduction.com. Chris Treft with you here for the final 3:40 of the Squirt AAA final. The Roadrunners, a big advantage here on the St. Louis Blast. And they're controlling the puck nicely, just trying to kill some time as they have it in their defensive end. As Cairns now advances up court. Just when I say that, he'll fire it back into his own end. Anthony Violante is a guy who's been around the block, the coach of the Roadrunners, and he's telling his team, just don't make any mistakes and keep the puck. If you have the puck, the Blast aren't going to be able to score. Simple logic there. And the Blast are getting frustrated because they can't keep the puck or get the puck away from the Roadrunners here. Now, The Roadrunners finally move up court, and they got the blast caught. 2-on-1. Triosi over to Stewart. He waits, fires it high. Nice patience there from Stewart, but then he airmails it over the net. And finally, the blast get control, and Robinson has it. His first pass is blocked and comes back to him. Then he'll overskate it, and Stewart picks up the loose puck. A 2-on-2 as he comes back in the zone with Triosi. Triosi goes to the net. Stewart can't get the pass to him. And the blast. Intercept and bring it back. Christopher cuts into the near circle. Saucer pass out front. That one is blocked to the last second by Cairns. Colton was wide open in front, but Christopher couldn't get him the puck. Deep in the Roadrunners zone. The puck sits. And it's picked up by Cairns, who heads up the rink initially, circles back, and now he'll advance towards his attacking net. He's checked off the puck out at center, and it's controlled by Weber. Weber plays it up the wall, but the blast were changing. Then Jirac takes advantage and takes away the puck. Roadrunners controlling in their own end again. Sent up the wall for Jirac. Jirac right down, back into his own zone. Cairns controls. Sauce pass over to the near corner, now up to Jirac. Frankie Jirac, long pass for Leclerc, who was standing right at the top of his offensive net. Or the crease, I should say, and that one goes between his legs. And the Blast have a minute 13, and they need 4 goals. It's going to take a miracle. Trying to start that miracle is Bratton, but he fires it high over the goal. Now getting to the loose puck is Robinson. He sends it back in his own zone to keep possession for the Blast. And Liefeld controls now. Moves up the near wall. Tries the home run feed. Up for Bratton. That one just misses. And then Bratton falls down. And that gives Roadrunner the puck. Here come the Roadrunners. Long pass up ahead for Leclerc. And that one misses. Then well out of his crease is Christopher. Trying to play this puck. And now he just makes a save at the bottom of the far circle. Then Leclerc gets knocked down. Jirac gets to the puck and fires it in past Christopher, who's yet to get back into his goal crease. And that'll just about do it. A 6-1 lead for the Roadrunners with just 29.1 seconds remaining. Face off back at center is won by the Blast. They trail by 5 goals, but they're going to look to maybe make the score look a little bit more respectable. It's played over to the far wall. Brought up by McCowan. Scratch that. Bratton. Bratton keeps working it up the wall. Still has it. And he's checked off the puck. He goes back. Oh, and a big hit over there in the corner. The frustration's boiling over for the Blast. 1.6 seconds left in the second. That should just about do it. They're going to run the clock, and the Blast fall to the Tour Roadrunners here in the championship, as they have yet another gold medal due the Roadrunner program. Anthony Violante, another championship here at a TORHS 2Hot4Ice national event. And now I'm going to turn things over to George Brown as he gets set for the post-game ceremonies for the silver and gold medal presentations.
Plug that in, please. Corky. All right, folks, we're now all set for our award ceremony here in the Squirt AAA division. We will start off by awarding our runner-up in the division, the Alkali Blast. Receiving their medals, number 7, Brett Robinson. Number 10, Clayton Liefeld. Number 13, Kobe Weber. Number 9, Jared Bratton. Number 89, Mason Christopher. Number 8, Matthew McGowan. Number 19, Tommy Raymer. Number 68, Tyler Culleton. And Blast goaltender number 32, Chase Christopher. At this time, TORHS 2Hot4Ice would like to present the second place plaque to your runner-up in the Squirt AAA division, the Alkali Blast. And now for your champions in Squirt AAA, the TOR Roadrunners. Receiving their medals, number 30, Aiden Ringer. Number 25, Ben Stewart. Number 1, Dom Triosi. Number 3, Dylan Koski. Number 4, Frankie Jirak. Number 2, Nick LeClaire. Number 5, Rory Cairns. Number 6, Sean Kavanaugh. And your Roadrunner goaltender, number 33, Matt O'Donnell. At this time, we will move on to your Squirt AAA individual award winners. We will start off with your high score. High score is based on total points throughout round robin play. Your high score from the TOR Roadrunners, Rory Cairns. Your top dishman, based on total assists throughout round robin play, goes to, from the TOR Roadrunners, Rory Cairns. Your top goaltender, based on save percentage throughout round robin play, goes to, from the Alkali Blast, Chase Christopher. And now, TORHS 2Hot4Ice would like to present the Championship Cup and Championship Banner to your champions in Squirt AAA, the TOR Roadrunners.